Hey guys, and welcome back to Precision Projects for the fourth and final video in our Factory Talk series. Today we're going to be visiting Fysetc and their PCB factory. Fysetc have been well known for many years for their motherboards, particularly for the Prusa and Spider lines. Recently they've collaborated with DFH to produce the Pit B board, which I've got in my anniversary box and will be installed in my V0 soon. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Here we are in Fysetc's office. Let's pan around. Lots of staff working on various projects. Here's some of the printers that they're using for testing their new products. Here's Voron Trident. I believe this one's the test their tap kit. This is one of their various factory rooms. Over here we've got some Prusa enclosures that they've been working on recently. And behind here is their print farm, where they print all of the parts for their Prusa kits and other printer kits. If we go over here, here's somebody solving up some PCBs. I believe they're Spider motherboards. Here's a new Prusa enclosure with the new rainbow PEI sheet. Here's some Voron kits which are going out to one of their international warehouses. These I believe are Prusa kits. This is one of their other warehouse rooms where they pack and ship their orders from. This room here is their main warehouse. Lots of shelves full of products here. Here's where they keep their SMT reels, ready for their pick and place. I believe they also use these for hand populating test boards. There's a shelf at the back with some other through-hole components and other things that they're using for their test boards. This is mostly a room where they store their products that they're working on. Alright, this is their PCB factory. Here's a pick and place machine, picking and placing. This is a paste dispensing machine. This is dispensing paste to stick ICs onto the boards. It's these red bits here that they're pointing to. They're now just feeding that back into the pick and place so that that can be populated. Let's have a look inside. Here we go. This one here is populating some boards for an outside client. I'm trying my best to get a picture of the inside, but it's rather difficult without taking the covers off. This factory seems to do a lot of boards for various other 3D printing companies as well, which you might notice later on. Here's where they're doing their optical inspection to ensure that the boards are being placed correctly. This is an automated process. They just place the board down inside, and the camera will automatically detect what has been placed correctly and what hasn't. This one here I believe is a Wanhao motherboard. This is where all the test reports are. This is where they're doing manual reflow and correction, so boards that didn't pass the optical inspection brought down here and then rectified before they're put back into the pile. Here's where all the finished boards are stacked up. Here are all the finished boards on their trays. Here's another finished board. This one here is definitely a Wanhao motherboard. Here's some more boards. The factory were on lunch break while we were here, so it's not quite as busy as it normally would be. Not all the machines are running. Here's another optical inspection machine. This is a reflow oven where the finished placed boards go through so that they can have the solder melted. Here's the next room. This is where all of the hand soldering occurs, mostly for through-hole components, but some surface mount work is done in here as well. Got fume extractors at these stations. Here's a test jig that they're using with pogo pins to check that the boards are functioning as expected. That box there is where they clip all the pins off into after they've been soldered. Here's a solder pot where they do dip soldering, so they place the boards into those, and all the legs are soldered as one. It's kind of like wave soldering, but without the wave. And here's where all the finished boards are packed, ready to ship. That was a slightly longer video than usual, but I hope it's still engaging. We certainly enjoyed ourselves. If you found this interesting, please consider subscribing. I'll be releasing my review on the Seaboard, Formbot and Fysetc V0.2 kits soon, so stay tuned for those. Thank you for Fysetc for showing us around, and thank you for watching.